So remember, the auxiliary verb to be, the main verb in the gerund with ing at the end, and you may not forget that it talks about something that is happening right now, the present continuous. But the past continuous is talking about something that was happening before. The future continuous is talking about something that will be happening in the future. Perfect tense. Do you remember the auxiliary verb of the perfect tense?
It's have.
It's have, exactly. And what about the main verb? What is the form of the main verb?
The form of the main verb.
Yeah, attention. In the simple tense, the form of the main verb is simple. In the continuous tense, the form of the main verb is gerund. And in the perfect tense, the form of the main verb is.
I don't remember if it's simple
Participle.
or participle.
Remember? Like estudado, né? Studied, pode ser estudou ou estudado. No caso, estudado é o particípio, seria o particípio, né? Nós temos o verbo to eat no simple past. Ate no past participle é eaten.
Yeah.
And the perfect tense talks about things that happened in the past and still matters in the present for some reason. And finally, last but not least, the perfect progressive or perfect continuous tense. Do you remember what are the auxiliaries of the perfect continuous tense?
It's be and ing.
Yeah, the be verb is one of the auxiliaries. And the main verb has the ing. It's in the gerund form. But there's another auxiliary. What is it? It is. Remember, it's continuous, yes, but it is also perfect.
Perfect.
So it's a mix between the perfect and the continuous tense. You will find
So
elements of all of them. Go on.
It has
Have
and the to be.
exactly. So have plus the verb to be in the part been, and the main verb in the gerund. Example: I have been studying. This is a perfect continuous tense. It has the main verb, the auxiliary verb to have, I have, the auxiliary verb to be, been, and the main verb in the part in the continuous tense, in the continuous or in the gerund. I have been trying, I have been studying, I have been playing, I have been exercising, anything. All right. Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah.
So please, man, let's do a small exercise here. Using the tenses. Tell me, I want you to read each one of these sentences, okay? And tell me,
Okay.
what is the right tense?
Wait, what?
Just read the sentence. Example: I beat the game, and tell me the tense.
Okay. I beat the game is simple.
Simple what? Present, past, present, exactly. That's it.
I am beating always present continuous.
Present, continuous. That's it.
That is past it's not continuous, or is it?
It's not continuous. Pay attention to the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb of the continuous tense is to be. Exactly. How can I know it's perfect? Because the main verb is in the participle beaten, you know, And the auxiliary verb is the verb to have.
Okay. You have been beating the boss is present. I don't remember the
Present.
name, but I know what it is.
Present, can you repeat, please?
It's perfect continuous, present.
Present, perfect continuous, exactly. Exactly that. Pay attention. You, then the auxiliary verb have, then the auxiliary verb to be in the participle being, then the main verb in the gerund, in the continuous form. It's exactly the perfect continuous tense. It's exactly what it wants to do. Let's go. Go on. Irregular verb to become.
I became furious is present simple
Present simple, are you sure?
or is past?
Past. Past simple. Why? Because the main verb is in the past tense. I could also say something like I did become furious. It's the same thing. Okay? Go on. Enzo, do you hear me? Hello, Enzo, do you hear me? Hello, Enzo, do you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I hear you.
I'm sorry, my connection went down.
Oh, it was yours.
I think it was mine because I got a message telling me that my connection dropped or went down, so
Oh,
I think it
me
was
too.
mine. So let's go. I became furious, past simple. I was becoming hungry.
I was becoming hungry is what's the name? It is past continuous.
Past continuous, exactly. Uh, she had she had become beautiful.
It's not present perfect, or is it?
It's not present perfect. Not present.
It's past perfect.
Past perfect. How can you know it's past perfect if the main verb is always in the past? Because you can observe the auxiliary verb had. Had is in the past, so the whole sentence is in the past. You know?
Okay.
They had been becoming ugly slowly.
It's past perfect continuous.
Past perfect continuous. Exactly. Irregular verb to bite.
To bite.
Yeah.
I will bite a bread.
I'll bite a bread.
It doesn't change its future.
Future. Future?
It's future simple.
Future simple. Exactly.
She will be biting. She will be biting his neck. It's future continuous.
Future continuous. Exactly.
It will have beaten my girlfriend. It's future perfect.
Future perfect.
He will have been biting a present state. It's future perfect continuous.
Exactly. Future perfect continuous. So, man, what is the purpose of this exercise? It's for you to observe, to pay attention to the similarities of the tense in the past, present, and future. They're all the same, you know? The only difference is the auxiliary verb. In the present tense, the auxiliary verbs will all be in the present. In the past tenses, the auxiliary verbs will all be in the past. And in the future tense, you have got to use the auxiliaries the auxiliary verb will together with the auxiliary verbs of each tense. Okay?
Okay.
And why does the verb will work like this? Why will I always use the auxiliary verb will together with the other auxiliary verbs? Because the auxiliary verb will is not only auxiliary, it's also modal, you know?
Yeah.
Do you remember what are the modal verbs?
Modal verbs?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Modal verbs are pretty much like the auxiliary verbs, okay? The difference is auxiliaries are specific for each tense, you know? I have got to use the auxiliary verb to do in the simple tense, to be in the continuous tense, to have in the perfect and perfect continuous tenses, and will only in the future tenses. But the modal verbs, they are more dynamic, more generalist. You know, I can use modals in any tense I want. I will give you an example of a modal verb. Must. Must is a modal verb. Can is another modal verb. Will is an auxiliary, but auxiliary because it's mandatory in the future tenses. But it is also a modal verb. So I can bite. In the interrogative form is can I bite, and the answer is I can. I use modals the same way I use the auxiliaries. Right?
Right.
But it's not specific for only one tense. I can bite. I can be biting. I can have beaten. I can have been biting. So I can use a modal verb in any tense the same way I do with the will verb. Okay?
Okay.
Pay attention. If I would change it for a modal, I just need to change auxiliary will because the structure, the way I will use it is the same. Pay attention. I can bite a bread. I will bite a bread. I must bite a bread. I should bite a bread. Any modal verb would work the same way the auxiliary verb will works. Okay?
Okay.
So let's go. That's it for the tenses, man. Any question?
No.
Uh, it's not just to remember the tenses. You need to learn how to use them, of course. Okay. This is just a reviewing. Okay, so we are not going to practice a conversation about each tense. I'm going to keep going with the reviewing because we have other topics to talk about. But it's important for you to pay attention in your sentences. Okay.
Okay.
So let's now we are going to study the pronouns. Do you know what is a pronoun?
A pronome seria tipo ele, ela, essas coisas, né?
Exactly, that's a pronoun. But do you know that we have many different possible pronouns to use
Yeah.
other than just I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they? For example, we also have the pronouns me, him, her. But what is the difference between these pronouns and the pronouns we are already used to use?
I don't know.
The difference is, depending on the person who is who you want to represent with a pronoun, you're going to use a different pronoun. Not only if it is he, she, it, or they, but when I talk about the person in the sentence, I'm talking about the what is the role of this word in the sentence. It is this. Is it the subject? Is it the object? You know. Is it a question? Is it possessive? Is it not? So we have different pronouns for different persons, for different roles in the sentence. Okay?
Okay.
First, to understand the pronouns better, you need to understand what is a noun. Please read the definition of noun on your screen.
Ok. Em inglês, noun, substantivo, é uma palavra que é usada para nomear pessoas, lugares, nomes, coisas, ideias ou qualidades. Os substantivos podem ser singular ou plural e podem ser classificados como comuns ou próprios. Além disso, os substantivos também podem ser contáveis ou incontáveis.
Exactly. And you need to remember that the role of a noun, of a pronoun is to replace a noun. Okay? So instead of saying Gabriel is a great teacher because Gabriel is a genial teacher, for example, or because Gabriel is pretty attentive, I don't know. Instead of saying Gabriel a lot of times, I can just say Gabriel is a good teacher because he is a smart guy, or because he is a genial teacher, and so on. Remember that genial in English does not have the same meaning of genial in Portuguese, okay? So a pronoun is used, is made for us, so we do not repeat a noun a lot of times. Okay?
Okay.
So please read the definition of a pronoun.
Pronomes são usados no lugar de um substantivo específico mencionado anteriormente na frase. Para que não precisemos continuar dizendo esse substantivo e tornarmos a frase mais sucinta.
Sucinta, mais resumida, né?
Sucinta. Tá? O substantivo original é antecedente ou pronome ou referente. Ele se refere de volta ao substantivo original. O pronome e o substantivo antecedente devem concordar com o número de gênero.
What does it mean by the referent and the antecedent must agree in number and gender? Because I cannot say something like Gabrielle is a great teacher. She is a genial teacher. It makes no sense. He is. It must agree in gender. Okay? And in number, it's the same thing. I cannot say Gabriel is a great teacher. They are a genial teacher. No, the they is for the plural. It's not for singular. So I cannot use a plural pronoun in a singular situation. Go on. Who's the subject, man? In a sentence. Remember when I was talking about roles in a sentence? Os papéis de uma frase, de uma palavra numa frase. So, subject is one of these roles. The subject is the person who does the main action. Okay? And the object is another of these roles. The object is the person who receives the action. Not receives. The person who receives the action. Example. In the sentence, I am beating you. Who's the subject and who's the sentence? No, who's the subject and who's the object? Sorry. What?
The subject is I, and the object is place. There is an object.
Yeah, of course. Remember, the object is not a thing. The object is the person who receives the action.
Oh, so it's the person.
It's a person.
So it's you.
You, exactly. So the object in a sentence is the person or thing or object, anything that is receiving the action of the subject. So when I say I am beating you, I am doing the action of beating, alright? But who am I beating? You. So you are receiving my action. You are the object. Okay?
Okay.
And it works in any situation. It works in any situation. If I say something like, I am jogging with it. Who's the subject and what is the object here?
I is the subject and it is the object.
Exactly. Exactly. I am jogging with it. In this case, I'm not talking about a person. I'm talking about a thing. I don't know, maybe a pair of sneakers, par de tênis de corrida, you know? Because jogging é trotando, né? Or maybe a watch or something like that, or a hat. But it's also it is also the object of the sentence because it is receiving the action. Okay? I am jogging with what? With it. This is the object of the sentence. Another example. It has eaten her. Come on.
Okay. It is the subject and her is object.
Exactly. So let's go. You may have already realized that we have different pronouns for the two different roles, right? I have subject
Right.
pronouns. What is it? Pronouns that I will use only for the subject. And we have object pronouns. Pronouns that we will use only for the object of a sentence. Alright? So, come on. Subject pronouns. What are the subject pronouns, man? It's on your screen. Do not forget it.
The subject. First person singular. The subject is I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they.
Exactly. What about object pronouns? What are the object pronouns?
Objects. Me, you, him, her, it, us, you, etc.
Exactly. Is there a difference between them?
A little.
But yeah, it is a difference in the function, right? And in the way you write it. But is there a difference in the meaning of them?
No.
No. They represent the same thing. The difference is, when I want to represent the subject, I need to use subject pronouns. When I want to represent the object, I need to use object pronouns. Okay?
Okay.
Pretty much easy. You just need to remember the rule: who's the subject and who's the object in a sentence. Okay? It's pretty much intuitive. You know, with practice, it becomes natural. You already have practice with it, so you may know it. Now we have possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns. Do you know what is a possessive adjective, my friend?
Possessive is algo que é da pessoa.
Exactly. It represents possessiveness. Okay, but what is a possessive adjective?
Adjetivo possessivo. Aí eu não sei.
A possessive adjective is an adjective that represents ownership. Ok?
Ok.
É um adjetivo que representa posse. It's an adjective that represents ownership. What about a possessive pronoun? What is a possessive pronoun?
A possessive pronoun is something that is mine. Like my PC.
Yeah, almost that. You are almost right. But a possessive pronoun is a pronoun that represents ownership. So, possessive adjective is an adjective that represents ownership. And possessive pronoun is a pronoun that represents ownership. But why are they different? Why I have an adjective and a pronoun with the same function? That's the main point. That's the main point. What's the difference between them? What's the difference between my and mine? What's the difference between your and yours? What's the difference between her and hers? Do you know it?
No.
So,
I don't.
the answer is in the roles of each one of these elements. Adjectives are words that are used to show a feature or a characteristic of something, like beautiful girl. Beautiful is the adjective. Fast car. Fast is the adjective. Smart boy. Smart is the adjective. Ugly dog. Ugly is the adjective. So adjectives are words that we use together with a noun to show some feature or some characteristic. Okay? But pronouns are words that replace a noun. So pay attention. Adjectives follow, an adjective follow a noun, is used together with a noun. A pronoun replaces the noun. That's the difference. Okay? So to understand it better, read the difference between an adjective and a pronoun.
Adjetivo, característica que acompanha o substantivo e pronoun é a palavra que substitui o substantivo.
Exactly. So let's remember what are the possessive adjectives and the possessive pronouns. You can read one after the other, okay? My, mine, your, yours, and I want you to do a translation as well, okay?
Ok. Mine, meu, yours, seu, his, dele, hers, dela.
There's no possessive pronoun for the third person neutral, okay?
Ok.
There is a possessive adjective.
Nosso,
Exactly. There is a possessive adjective, but there is not a possessive.
Ok. Ours, nós and yours. Seria seu também, não?
Seu. Às vezes as pessoas falam, é seus. Não, não é seus, é seu. O your, ele é plural e singular ao mesmo tempo. Ele vale para os dois. Ele é yours aí, justamente porque aí é um pronome, não um adjetivo, entendeu?
And their, these. Eu acho.
Exactly. So, let's understand better this difference between them. What is a subject pronoun, my friend? Oh, sorry, not this one.
A subject pronoun.
No, not the next one. What is a possessive adjective?
Possessivo.
Yeah, read the definition.
Apesar de não serem realmente pronomes, os adjetivos possessivos são usualmente misturados com os pronomes porque eles não são muito similares.
Não, porque eles são.
Adjetivos possessivos. Adjetivos possessivos aparecem antes dos substantivos, os quais eles modificam para não serem pronomes e não substituírem substantivos.
Peraí, eu acho que deu um delay aqui, peraí. Deixa eu ajeitar aqui, peraí. Pode ler de novo a partir daqui, ó.
Apesar de não serem realmente pronomes, os adjetivos possessivos são usualmente misturados com os pronomes porque eles são muito similares em sua forma de função, e adjetivos possessivos aparecem antes dos substantivos, os quais eles modificam para mostrar posse ou relação próxima, pelo fato de não serem pronomes que não substituem os substantivos.
What does it mean? What does it want to tell us when it says that they do not replace the noun? I cannot use a possessive adjective alone, by itself. A possessive adjective needs to always be together with a noun. I cannot say just, that's my. I need to say, that's my, and what's my? That's my car, that's my book, that's my cell phone. You know? I cannot say, that's my. My can only be used with another word after it. Okay? It is the same for all of the other possessive adjectives. His, her, its, all of them can only be used with another word, with another noun right after it. Okay?
Okay.
But, please, some examples.
I will tell you my son if you have a seat.
What is the possessive adjective here?
It's my.
My. And what is the noun which it is following? Which it is following? No. Oh, pay attention. All possessive adjectives need to follow a noun. Okay? So, which is the noun it is following?
You.
No, story.
Oh.
Yeah, my story. So, my is the adjective and story is the noun, the thing that has the feature of being mine. Of being mine, you know?
Yeah.
Ou seja, story, my é o adjetivo e story é o substantivo que tem a característica de ser meu. É basicamente isso. Um adjetivo sempre vai acompanhar um substantivo. Ou seja, toda vez que você usar um adjetivo possessivo, logo após ele vai ter que ter o substantivo que tem a característica de ser meu, seu, dele, dela. E aí por diante. Next sentence.
Your sister is cute.
Your sister is cute. What is the possessive adjective here?
Adjective. Your.
And what is the noun it is following?
It's his
Sister.
Okay.
Yeah. The noun it follows is what has the characteristic of being yours. You know?
Yeah.
Next one.
He played 12 songs at his first concert.
What is the possessive adjective here?
Played.
No, played is a verb. Remember what is a possessive adjective? Possessive, his, exactly. Possessive adjective is an adjective that shows ownership, that represents ownership. É um adjetivo que representa posse. Então, a única possibilidade aí seria o his. And what is the noun it is following?
First.
No. First is also an adjective.
So, songs?
No, concert. Pay attention.
Okay.
Concert is the noun. First is an adjective of the noun concert, and his is another adjective of the noun concert. Okay, I can have many adjectives for the same noun. Okay, I can say I can say something like beautiful hot woman, tall strong guy. Do you understand? I can have many different adjectives for the same noun, but the noun is the same. Go on.
Okay. That is her idea.
What is the possessive adjective here?
Her.
Her, exactly. And what is the noun?
Idea.
Idea. Go on.
This is her new car.
What is the possessive adjective?
Her.
What is the noun?
Noun is new or car.
Car. New is also another adjective. Okay. Her new car. This car has two features. This car is new, and this car is hers.
Okay.
Okay. Let's proceed. Now, what about possessive pronouns, my friend?
Pronouns possessivos substituem substantivos do sujeito ou objeto. Para funcionar bem, usualmente claro pelo contexto a que ele está se referindo.
Exactly. So, pay attention. The main difference between a possessive pronoun and a possessive adjective is that with possessive pronouns, I do not need to have a noun after the pronoun. You know? The pronoun, the pronoun itself replaces the noun I want to represent. So instead of saying the green car is my car, I say the green car is mine. You know?
Okay.
Instead of saying, are you sure that umbrella is your umbrella, I say, are you sure that umbrella is yours? Okay? So go on.
Okay. The green. Oh.
From this one.
This is not my brother's bicycle. It is dark blue.
So what is the possessive pronoun here?
Brothers.
No.
No. My.
My is a possessive adjective. Pay attention. If it was a possessive pronoun, I would not have a noun after it.
Oh yeah. So it's his.
His, exactly. Why his is a possessive pronoun instead of possessive adjective? Because after his, there is not a noun. Okay?
Okay.
Se você fizer a tradução, fica claro, ó. A dele é azul escura. Se fosse um adjetivo possessivo, ia estar escrito a bicicleta dele, né? His bicycle, instead of just his, okay?
Okay.
Go on.
My skirt is the same as hers.
What is the possessive pronoun here?
My.
No, my is a possessive adjective. It's following skirt. My skirt.
Oh, yeah. So it's hers.
Hers, dela. Percebe que aqui só tá dela. A minha saia é a mesma que a dela. Pronto. Não é a minha saia é a mesma que a saia dela. Simplesmente a minha saia é a mesma que a dela. Ou seja, hers aqui, ele literalmente está substituindo a saia dela. Em vez de falar a saia, novamente, eu falo simplesmente dela. Entende? Essa é a função de um pronome possessivo. E a grande diferença entre o pronome possessivo e o adjetivo possessivo. Percebe que eu digo adjetivo possessivo? A minha saia. Agora, aqui só tá dela, não tá a saia dela. Percebe? Ou seja, isso aqui é um pronome, isso aqui é um adjetivo. Ok? Next one.
Okay. We know which dog is ours because of its spots.
So, what is the possessive pronoun here?
It's.
No, it's is an adjective.
Ours.
Ours, exactly. Why ours is a pronoun instead of an adjective? Because there's not a noun after it. Tem um substantivo depois dele. Because não é um substantivo, então não vale. Entende? Então, ó, nós sabemos qual cachorro é nosso. Pronto, acabou. Não é nós sabemos qual cachorro é nosso cachorro. Agora, its spots é as pintas dele. Percebe que o que é dele está literalmente escrito logo após, né, o adjetivo. Ou seja, o adjetivo está acompanhando o substantivo. Isso indica pra gente que é literalmente o adjetivo. Nesse caso, o pronome está sozinho, ou seja, ele está substituindo o substantivo. Next one.
These are lacrosse sticks.
Do you know what is a lacrosse stick?
No.
Do you know what is lacrosse?
Lacrosse? No.
Lacrosse is a game very similar to rugby. Okay?
Oh, okay.
It's pretty similar to rugby. The difference is that lacrosse is in the air. You use sticks with baskets attached to it. Eles usam bastões com redes presas neles, né? And instead of pushing the ball with the sticks on the ground, they capture the ball with a stick, with a basket attached to a stick. Eles pegam a bola com uma rede presa num bastão e aí eles jogam. But it's pretty similar to rugby. Okay? So go on.
When you pick up your tickets, pick up theirs too.
So, what is the possessive adjective here?
The possessive is theirs.
Theirs. The possessive pronoun is theirs. Exactly. But what is the possessive adjective?
Oh, the possessive adjective. Your.
Your, exactly. So, theirs is the possessive pronoun and your is the possessive adjective. Do you understand the difference between them? Can you see the difference between them in this sentence?
Yeah, I can.
Attention, your tickets. Theirs. Just theirs instead of their tickets. You know?
Yeah.
That's the difference in the use. Alright, man. That's it for today. I think that's enough. I hope you have learned, okay? Of course, it's not that simple. It's not something that you memorize like this, you know? But with the daily use, you will see that it's pretty natural, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to send you some exercises. I want you to do it and tell me, and we are going to check it in the next class, okay?
Okay.
So that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this class and see you on Wednesday, my friend. Bye.
Bye.